Alright guys, it's Sharingan Lord here again. So, like I said in the previous video, Yu-Gi-Oh stuff, starting it up again. It's iffy. You're probably going to be screaming at my computer as I show you my Dragunity deck and probably my Dragon Shenanigan deck, but, just bear with me. I don't have the resources right now to fund a well thought out, well run Dragunity deck. If you really want to see one of those, check out Phoenix Flarex's channel. Plugged him once already in my other video. Yeah, check him out if you really want to see a Dragunity deck that works. Mine's kind of based off his from what the cards that I have currently that I can work with. So, here we go. I'm running 2 Dragunity Arma Levatans. I like him. For the cards that I have, he's pretty good. I would have more Dragunity cards, better ones actually, if I could find the structure deck anymore, because buying offline just, I'm weird. But yeah, he's a pretty decent card currently, for at least what I like to do. And then 1 Dragunity Mistletoe. One of the plays I like to run is if I open a hand with or Levatin, a Mistletoe, and an Acklys, is I like to, you'll see Acklys pretty soon actually. I like to summon the Acklys, then with his effect special summon the Levatin, and then with Mistletoe in my hand I send him to the graveyard. This is of course if I go second, or if I end up with this hand. I activate Mistletoe's effect in my hand to special summon him. He and Acklys go to the grave, so I get Acklys' destroy effect. Then I get his effect to equip an Acklys. Then I activate Levatin's effect, remove Mistletoe from play, and then just re-special summon that Levatin and re-equip with Acklys, which I like. Now, whenever you use Levatin's effect on a monster equipped with Acklys, you don't get Acklys' effect, but it's still nice to do that. I like it. For me and my friends, it works for me, because they hate it when I run my Dragunity deck. They get mad. They yell at me. Because they can't keep up, which I don't bother them, because it's just an awesome deck. 3 Dragunity Ducks. When he is normal summoned, you can select 1, level 3 or lower Dragon-type Dragunity monster in your graveyard and equip it to this card. He also gains 200 attack for every face-up Dragunity on the field, which includes the ones in your spell and trap card zone. So, for a deck like mine, where I don't have, like, the resources, and you guys are going to realize what the resources are, beating down your opponent's monsters it's a really useful tool for me. 2 Dragunity Legionnaire. I would have a 3rd, because I love him. My friends hate him, but again, don't have the resources. His effect is pretty much the same as Dux's. Select 1 level 3 or lower Dragon-type Dragunity monster in your graveyard and equip it to this card. Legionnaire has, however, a second effect that is pretty saucy. He can send 1, send 1 Dragunity card from your spell and trap card zone, so it doesn't have to be a tuner. And it doesn't have to be equipped to him. And you can select 1 face-up monster your opponent controls and destroy it. And one of the popular combos with him is you summon him and equip an Acklys, and then activate his effect to pop the Acklys. His effect activates and you pop your opponent's monster, and then Acklys' effect activates so you can pop another monster or one of his back row. So it's nice. Militum. A good Dragunity deck is kind of synchro heavy. Mine kinda is. So I like to first turn summon Acklys, his effect to special summon Militum, then Militum's effect to re-special summon to instant 6. So it's nice. Something I derived, I guess. And like I said, no resources. I run 1 Primus Pelis. I like him because if I don't have Brandy in the graveyard, I have him in my deck, I can easily tribute a card to get him and equip with Brandy, so that's an easy 44. Even just a 22 plus whatever battle damage. Now we're into the Dragunity tuners. Those were the non-tuners. Here we have Dragunity Ackley's. He, along with Phalanx, is part of the main engine of the deck, and what Ackley's does is, when he is normal summoned, you can special summon one Dragunity monster from your hand, then equip it with this card. When this card is sent to the graveyard while equipped to a monster, select one card on the field and destroy it. So he pretty much helps the deck out exponentially. He makes it run that much better. Then here are the last tuners I run: a Partisan and a Brandistock. Brandistock, when any monster he's equipped to can attack twice, which is nice, you know. With mine not having the synchro power a usual one would have, it really helps to just beat down your opponent. And Partisan, whatever he is equipped to turns into a tuner. So if I have a Dux on the field just sitting there doing nothing, I can Ravine for a Dux, and then his effect to get Partisan, and then I can 8-star synchro. So it's good for my deck. A normal deck, I don't know yet. So that's the end of the tuners. And now you're probably thinking, where's the Phalanx? That's just it. I don't have any, which is why my deck isn't extremely competitive at all, actually. Like I said, I don't have the resources. So here are the non-Dragunity non-tuners. One Sangen, he searches almost everything in my deck except for, I believe, the Mistletoe and the 2 Levantins. And then 2 of the cards I'm about to show you now. 1 Luster Dragon, because it's a beat stick, and Mist Valley Falcon, because he's a beat stick. And he's fun to Swords of Revealing Light constantly with people, because everybody loves swords. And then the only non-Dragunity the only non-Dragunity tuner I'm running is Effect Veiler. Hand Trap negates an effect monster's effect for a turn, and it's, you know, it's fun to do that to people. Main engine of the deck, Dragon Ravine. Discard a card from your hand, either add a Dragunity to level 4 or lower Dragunity to your hand, or discard a Dragon type to the grave. It's the heart of the deck. And then Terraforming. I'm running Ravine at 2 because I only have 2, and then I have 2 Terraforming, but I don't like running 2 Terraformings along with 2 Ravines. Plus, running only 1 Forming really opens up another slot. Looking back at this, I really wish I had the resources. 1 Tribute to the Doomed. It destroys a card for sending something I don't need in my hand to the grave. Like if I really need an Ackley's in the grave, and I really want to destroy something on your side of the field, this is what's going to do it for me. Mastery. If I have a Militum just sitting on the field or something, I can equip an Ackley's and just 6. If I need something to beat over, like if I have a Levantin and you have, say, a Blue Eyes or something, and I draw a tuner, and Levantin for some reason has nothing equipped to it, I can equip him, and he'll gain 500 attack, so that's nice. And card destruction, just draw power, I guess. I don't have any hand destruction, so that's pretty much what I gotta work with. Now I know this is banned. February and March 1st, the new ban list that is coming out, it's banned still. And it kind of depresses me, but my friends kind of let me run it. We have our own kind of set rules, but I don't have any avarice, so. Foolish Burial, send a card from the deck to the grave. 1 MST, I have 2, I think I have more than 2, but resource. Staple, another one, Monster Reborn. Better not get rebanned or I'll cry. Ultimate Offering, Summoning Power, pay 500, get an additional summon, and if your field is blank, you can pay 500 to summon in your opponent's battle phase if you want to defend yourself. which is always fun. Interdimensional, if you have something on your field that you want to keep on your field, and you're willing to take like attack damage for it, or if something's about to get bottomless trap hold, this can save you. Michizur, when a card is sent from the field to the grave, destroy one monster on your opponent on the field actually. So I like it. It works for my deck. Icarus Attack. What a boss. I used to hate this card. I was like, why would I want to tribute one of my winged beasts? And then I realized, well, if I Legionnaire Eccles, I have a lonely, lonely Legionnaire sitting on the field. I don't want that there. So I'm going to +2 off it. Bottomless. Ooh, saucy, saucy Bottomless. My friends really hate Scrap Iron Scarecrow. Even though some of them have started running it. I honestly just love this card. I mean, the first 5D's starter deck that I bought had one, and probably everybody else who bought it had one, but I love it. Mirror Force. God, I hate that card. Sakuretsu Armor. It's Sakuretsu Armor. Kills. And then the solemn missing one warning shenanigans. Again, resources really lacking. So that's the main deck. God, this video is going way longer than I thought it would. Here is my lacking extra deck. 1 Colossal Fighter, 1 Lonely 8-star Synchro, 1 Brionac. Love him. I don't really pull him in this deck because I usually don't need to, but he's still pretty nice. And then my friends yell at me for running 2 Gaias because he's terrible, but I like him because he's a 6. He kind of beats down stuff, I guess, technically. That's really the only reason, you know. And then, I know I really shouldn't probably run a side deck, but I have just terrible stuff. And I probably should start maining some of these, but let's just go through it quick, so I don't tag along too long. 1 Dragon's Rage, dragons become piercers. Heavy Storm, clears the back rows. My other MST. You know. Reckless Greed, draw 2 cards but skip your next 2 draw phases. If I'm lacking on draw power, you know, if hopefully you draw it in a jam, it could help. Creature Swap, just bugging people. Double Summon for more summon shenanigans. My friends lately, well, not anymore because I've stopped using it, but when I did use this deck as my main deck, they tried whatever means necessary to try and stop me from doing anything I could possible, and that usually meant that they just ran the most ridiculous trap-heavy stall decks I have ever seen in my life, and so I had 3 removed traps, and I was like, oh, okay, this could help me a little bit. 1 trap hole. I think I'm maining 1 in there, and I have 1 in my other dragon deck, my shenanigans deck. Spiritual Wind Art Miyabi. Tribute 1 wind-type monster from your side of the field to select 1 card on your opponent's side of the field and put it at the bottom of their deck, which is always nice. Duality. I don't know about this yet in this deck because mine isn't very special summon heavy, but it kind of is. Field Barrier. If your field spells are constantly getting blown up, this might help you. My other Forming, and a Cards of Consonance. Sorry this kind of dragged on longer than I really wanted it to. This is my first time doing this kind of thing, so I'm going to start uploading this, and then I'll do my Dragon deck vid. Peace.